What's a good website to waste a whole night on? http Zooniverse.org, citizen science platform, helps scientists while having fun with their real projects, like looking for exoplanets, or features on Mars, or many more in many fields. Erowid.org, science, history, experiences, and law about just about every drug, herb, and chemical that humans can consume. There are some fascinating and horrific experience stories. I have wasted hours on this and I don't know why. https MusicLab, Chrome Experiments, com, Song Maker. Few examples include Stranger Things. Old Town Road. This site that chooses a random spot on Earth each time you refresh and shows you the Google Street View of it. Spend hours planning all the trips you'll never take. SaltyBet.com. Two bots compete in a fighting game with user-made characters and you bet fake money on it. A match between Godzilla and Ronald McDonald can get surprisingly hype. Is StumbleUpon still a thing? Honestly, if you've got a buddy or two you can call. Wiki races are super fun. Someone picks a starting article and the other picks an ending article. For instance, Mongolian throat yodeling to the Vietnam War. And you can only go page to page by using hyperlinks in the article. No Control+F and no. See similar. It's actually really fun to see how people's brains work when it comes to this. There's also the version where you go from a random article to Hitler wiki page, but that's way too easy. Edit. Okay, I get it. Mongolian throat yodeling to Vietnam War is easy. It was just the first two things that popped into my head. Lol. Edit 2. Chrome. Dino to play the Dino game in full screen. I found this one off an old AskReddit thread a couple weeks back. But definitely wasted some hours on it. https Sandspiel Club. Not sure whether anyone else has recommended Little Alchemy. There's also Little Alchemy 2. But I prefer the original? It's a one-player game where you begin with 4 elements: air, earth, water and fire. By pairing them with one another in every possible way, you create other elements. Evidently, there are 500 plus to find. It's extremely engaging. https littlealchemy.com. Me and my Discord buds just spent a few hours messing with https rave DJ. Pick 2 or more songs. Copy plus paste their YouTube, Spotify links. And let an AI try to mash them up. You can get some surprisingly good results if you give some good effort. Or from just slapping the most random shit together. Making AIs do things is always a fun time waster. TBH. Careful there, friend. I asked the same question 8 years ago and someone said Reddit. I'm still here procrastinating. I always loved the opportunity to be able to talk about http archive.org because it is such a wonderful and free resource where you can easily waste hours on. It has millions of free downloads for music, movies, books, software, etc. One very popular example is that it is home to a very large catalog of Grateful Dead recordings. There is also the Internet Arcade where you can play a lot of classic games along with the console living room, which is similar. They have access to tons of old PC games too, and you can even play the original Oregon Trail online. There's a lot more in their software section too. It also has the Wayback Machine, which has archived more than 424 billion web pages saved, so you can go back and see how websites were years ago. For example, here's Reddit on July 25, 2005, a month after it was created. http RedditYou&I.com # music from all over the world through the decades. Enjoy discovering different cultures. SCP Wiki. http game about squares.com, a challenging game about squares. Haha. I've only gotten to level 20? I can't remember, and that might be an overshot. My 90s TV. I've brought this website up before. But it's such a great thing. It's a fun, novelty website where you can easily lose yourself for hours with nostalgia. Basically, it uses YouTube videos to simulate watching TV in 90s and allows you to specify the year you want, along with what categories you want to see when you change channels. They also have a My 80s TV and a My 70s TV. Can't ever go wrong with trusty old Wikipedia. I can just keep on clicking articles for hours. And even if it's not the most accurate source, I've found out about a lot of cool shit on there. I think I have like 160 tabs open in the app. And I don't even use it that much. LMAO. http www emails from an asshole. Dontovan reply. com. Pretty much a one-time read of each email conversation, but still gave me some great laughs. Edit. Man, how times, and my humor, have changed in the past 10 years. That's hardly funny. The dude is just an ass. TV tropes. You mean besides the one you're on? I spent hours on https. Neil. Fun. https. www. Shorpy.com. Search engine for pictures in the National Archives. Amazing old photographs with search capabilities. This is sucks you in http. www. Flashbynight.com. Drench. Quickly lose track of time on YouTube. Once you fall down the rabbit hole there, it's easy to waste your whole night. Come on people, learn to use links. http. Bitcalc. Beep boop Bitcoin.com. It's a text adventure game about Bitcoin. It's very sarcastic and very well done. Webkins. When I was a kid that shit was crack. I say, like crack, because I was addicted to crack 3 years ago. 1 year sober, and Webkins almost gives me the same feeling. http. A darkroom. Double speak games.com. You wake up in a dark, freezing room. Stoke the flames. Cool math games. Check out TV tropes if you want to learn about all the various cliches and stock tropes you've encountered in media. If you're not sure where to start, pick your favorite book, movie, TV show, video game, comic book, album, or even internet celeb. You'll be amazed to learn what cliches have names, formal or otherwise, and how often you've seen them. Sporkle. I could spend days on end trying to play all the quizzes available. http. www. actsofgord.com. Snarky stories about a guy who owns a used video console repair place in the late 90s. Omegle for sure. One night my college friends and I got drunk and were on it from 10 p.m. till the sun was up and in the sky. Neopets. I spent one night reading info on yokai.com finder. Interesting, odd, and terrifying stories detailing a good amount of Japanese, Chinese, and Indian folklore on oni, demons, spirits, etc. I wish there were more sites like this for other cultures that was as user-friendly. Duolingo. https. Explore.org. Live cams, currently live Decora Eagles, edited to add. This site has many live cams on animals. My favorite is the Decora Eagle cam. Eaglets just born this week. I think they fledge in about a month. So fascinating. You know what? I'll say it. Roblox. I'd probably say Wattpad. I read a lot of cringy fanfictions. Google Maps. People doesn't seem to realize how crazy it is to be able to see literally the whole planet. If you showed this to a person who lived 50 years ago, they'd be amazed. I have spent entire evenings just scrolling across distant countries, checking out villages in the far east of Russia or some desert in Mongolia, clicking on random landmarks and using Wikipedia to learn about random places. It made me realize more how many people actually live on this planet and how big it is. As a European, I noticed that the Alps are actually not that big. There are lots of mountain ranges with much higher mountains in them that I guarantee you have never heard of. I think it is an amazing tool that can really give you perspective. People use it in their daily lives to find the nearest Starbucks. But it is much more than that. Zombo. You can do anything you want at Zombo.com. Windows 93. Net. Found that site the last time one of these threads were posted and it fucking ruined me. You could spend days clicking random shit and still find something new. The SCP Wiki. Homestar Runner. It's like standing in London and asking for directions to England, my friend. You're there. AI Dungeon. I wasn't able to get a link, but I think you can play it as an app and on browser. Basically, it's a story-based, text-based game where you work together with an AI to write a story. And I'm talking literally anything. Anything you can imagine. This AI will write it for you. Yes, even NSFW stuff. Which from experience the AI is just as good at writing those as it is any other scene. It's fucking awesome. Man, if you wanna have an AI write something specifically for you while you're putting in minimum effort, this is for you. It is wonky at times, but overall, it is very good. Etsy for me. I could sit there browsing for hours looking through everyone's shit, then cry because of how much better everyone is compared to me. Play Emulator. Play retro games online within your browser in the highest quality available. GBA. Game Boy Advance. SNES. Super Nintendo. N64. Nintendo 64. PSX. PlayStation. Sega and more. Emulator games play free on computers, tablets, and mobile phones. Very cool site. The Wiki game is a pretty good one. The objective of the game is to start at one Wikipedia page and race against other people to a completely different Wikipedia page by clicking on links to different articles. You could definitely spend at least an hour on it. HTTPS. The useless web. I used to browse this bad boy all the time. Club Penguin #RIP. HTTPS. www. Human benchmark. Test your brain with number memory, reaction time, verbal memory, visual memory, hearing and typing speed. TV tropes can be a huge time sink if you're not careful. At one point, I had 2 separate windows full of at least 10 TV tropes tabs. If you wanna get lost, I recommend going to Dwarf Fortress and just opening up pages to all unfamiliar tropes.